From Eyewitness Sports, it's the Wendy's Thanksgiving Day Blitz on Fox Providence.
Hi, we're the North Kingstown Cheerleaders, and you're watching the Thanksgiving Day Blitz on Fox Providence. Woo!
Happy Thanksgiving with Ruthie Polinsky. I'm Yanni Karakis. Welcome to our Thanksgiving tradition, the Thanksgiving Day Blitz. Hope you enjoyed some turkey, mashed potatoes, all that good stuff. Ruthie, time now for some football.
Yeah, this is the best holiday because it's food, football, and family and friends,
That's
of
right.
course. A lot of going on today when rivals go at it. You throw the records out the windows. Nothing that happened this season matters. Today, it's just you and your rival.
20 games today in Rhode Island in southeastern Mass. We have every single one of them. Let's dive right into it. Down the road to Pierce Field for a classic matchup, LaSalle and East Providence. Second half, Rams in control. Nate Lucier swings it out to Dimitri Iafredi, and he does the rest down the sideline for the LaSalle score. Moments later, Lucier up top to Stephen Doss, and Ruthie, we're going to slow it down. Check out the Doss man go up and get it. Nicely done. That sets up this. Lucier, direct snap.
Doss or Ross?
He takes it himself into the end zone, and LaSalle offense rolling. Lucier hands it off to Alex Nuon, and he pinballs in for 6. LaSalle wins 35-14 after the game. Jeff Marcone on the meaning of Thanksgiving football.
I'm very proud of our senior group. You know, we've been through a lot this year, a lot of injuries, a lot of adversity with our team this year, and you know, our kids fought through it. You know, gave a great effort today, and I couldn't be more proud of these group of guys.
How special is Thanksgiving games to you?
For me, it's a little bit more special because I coach with my dad, so that's so fun for me. You know, it's more about, it's really family for me, and that's what makes it so special for me.
Oh, I love it so much. Cranston Stadium, two teams sharing one town. Cranston East versus West, first quarter, Bolts driving. Roman Stanley forces the fumble, and it's Brennan Stetson recovering it for the Falcons turnover. Second quarter, Stetson doing it on offense. Big run into East territory and right into your living room. That sets up Cam Alves, who runs it in for the score. It's 7-0 West. Still in the second, Alves on the direct snap, and he will again find Pater. It's so much fun to watch this kid this season. West beats East 27-0.
North Kingstown and South Kingstown NK's Joe Gilmartin calling it a career after 3 straight titles. His last game coaching the Skippers. SK hanging around, though, early in this one. 4th and goal for NK, and the Rebels get the incomplete pass in the end zone. They then go 97 yards down the field, Ruthie. Rory Hazard caps it off with a TD plunge. SK takes the lead, but NK responds as they always do. James Osmanski punches in the Skippers' score, running it in, and then Osmanski through the air, right on target to Matt Riley. North Kingstown wins 27-8, sending Coach Gilmartin out on top.
Oh, I'm thrilled. I mean, you couldn't be more proud of the kids and the way they played today. Really hard conditions. I thought maybe it would look a little prettier, but I was really pleased with the way we rallied and able to play. So I get up and go to work on Monday. I think in the end of the school year, I think that'll hit us then.
Your Super Bowl runner-ups, Portsmouth hosting Middletown. A lot of green in the stands today and on the field in support of Middletown head coach Arthur Bell, recently diagnosed with cancer. Defensive battle to start this one. Scoreless in the first quarter. Middletown driving. A pack of Patriots bringing down the quarterback, including Tyree Evans in on the tackle. The scoring finally starts happening later in the game. Ben Hurd with the handoff to Jake Latorno. Woo! He takes off down the sideline. A huge touchdown run. Portsmouth wins 27-19.
Barrington all pumped up for their game with Mount Hope. Scoreless game. Brigham Dunphy rolling out. He's looking for something, scrambling. His pass is tipped. But check this out, right in the air and into the hands of Jonathan Adamson. He catches it and then goes in for the Eagles touchdown. Barrington doing what defense too. Tom Rocca, a slew of Eagle players by his side as they take down the player in the backfield, and then they get the safety on a high snap in the end zone for Mount Hope. Eagles win 22-6. Some good stuff in those D1 games, Ruthie, and great to see teams playing hard on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we want to send a big congratulations again to North Kingstown head coach Joe Gilmartin, retiring after a great run here with NK.
Didn't really want to talk about his accomplishments.
No,
he's
very humble. He would never let us mic him up for Coach Mic'd Up.
All right, let's bring in the third member of the Blitz squad, and that's Maury Hirschgordon. Maury, you have one of those great traditional games.
Yeah, Westerly-Stonington, one of the longest running games in the nation today. 160th all-time meeting between the two, 102nd on Thanksgiving. Let's go just over the border in Connecticut. Bulldogs win the toss. They elect to receive. In Bears territory, 4th and 2. This is the opening drive, remember. Rocco Salino stretching the defense, picks up 10 to keep the drive going. Later, 3rd and goal from the 3. Salino waltzes his way home. 18 plays, 75 yards, 8 minutes off the clock. Westerly on top 6-0. Bears' big play of the first half was some trickery. Fake punt here, and they take it down the sideline inside the 20-yard line. But that drive would stall. Westerly defense allows just one score on the day. They beat Stonington in the rivalry 28-7. Back home at Vets, Pilgrim and Tollgate. This one was a rout. Patriots up 41-0 second half. Titans trying to get off the schneid. Screen pass, Kenny Morrell rumbling down inside the 20. Nice tackle by that Pilgrim Patriot because the drive stalled. Tollgate would turn it over on downs. Next possession for Pilgrim, Mike Borges, your reigning hometown hero, takes it inside the 10. And then Ethan Laramie walks home for the score. Pilgrim scored a touchdown on every single possession today. They cap an undefeated regular season, 49-0, their best season in school history.
Hi, we're the Barrington Eagles cheerleaders, and you're watching the Wendy's Thanksgiving Day Blitz on Providence.
Great showing the cheerleaders some love.
I love it.
They're all excited today. Football games all over this great country of ours today. The NFL, high school football, a lot of people's backyards, you know.
Yeah, you have a big annual backyard football game that you play
tomorrow.
Speaking of backyards, let's go to yours right now in East Greenwich.
Yeah, John George's Avengers hosting Charahoe at Kachiri Field. Third quarter, already up 2 scores. Conrad Swanson under center rolls out, finds his tight end James Harwood to extend the EG lead to 27-6. Avengers holding Charahoe in check on defense too. Jack Holmgren sees the quarterback's eyes and intercepts the pass.
Great play.
Ensuing possession, Steve Maloof gets the goal line carry. He squeezes in for the touchdown. EG wins 34-12.
This is a great one. Cumberland visiting Woonsocket at Berry Field. Clippers up 7-0 at the break, but the Villanovans threatening in the third quarter. Tariq O'Hagan finds an opening using his size and strength, reaching into the end zone. PAT no good though, so Novans still trailing 7-6. Bad Clippers punt has Woonsocket deep in Cumbie territory. O'Hagan does it again, runs it in for the score, and Woonsocket takes the 12-7 lead. Cumberland would return a fumble for a touchdown, but Woonsocket would score again and get the win in a battle. 18-15 the final score today.
Good game there. Over to West Warwick Wizards hosting Coventry. All Okers in this one. Third quarter up 28-0. Just beating the big man, Nick Carpinello. First down run, moves the chains. Then Carpinello again. Look at the big boy.
Big boy.
He's got the brace, too, on the left knee. A penalty will bring the drive back with the Okers. They can go through the air, too. Will Turner to Sean Nolan.
On a windy day, too.
And
impressive.
Exactly. Down the sideline. Okers extend the lead. They get the 35-0 win.
D4 champs North Smithfield on the road at rival Situate. Scoreless in the first quarter. Northman defense coming through. Pasquale Camastro, great interception, giving his offense a short field to work with. A few plays later, the pitch to Cade Curran. He takes it outside. Plenty of daylight ahead.
Okay, Cade.
7-0 North Smithfield here. The next Northman possession, a little trickery. Wideout Josh Carafel finds the quarterback Jack Puccetti in the end zone. North Smithfield rolls 37-0 and finishes 20-19 undefeated.
Rogers and Tiverton in action in Newport. Tiverton up 14-7. Rogers evens the score before the half. Handoff to Darian Piker for the 5-yard TD run. 14-14 at the break. Second half, Khalil Jones will go through the air and find Edwin Connolly. This is a big first down. That's nice grab there. That sets up another run by Darian Piker as he gets pushed into the end zone. PAT is no good. That makes it 20-14. Rogers gets up 2 scores now, but that missed extra point comes back to haunt them. Tiverton comes back to win 28-27.
North Providence visiting Smithfield. Cougars up 20-7 at the end of the fourth quarter. Their defense did well for them all game, and it does well again. A game-sealing interception from Jostin Gonzalez-Mora. North Providence wins 20-7.
Hi, we're the Derby Cheerleaders, and you're watching the Wendy's Thanksgiving Day Blitz on Fox Providence. Woo!
Good stuff. All right, welcome back. None of our local mass teams in the Super Bowls this year at Gillette Stadium, but still some great traditional matchups on this holiday.
Yanni, my 3 years of covering high school football in Rhode Island on Thanksgiving, I've been to the Attleboro, North Attleboro game every year. It's so much fun. That atmosphere, the history, you feel it.
Great.
Let's show you the highlights from this year. To Community Field in North Attleboro this year hosting, the Red Rocketeers hosting Big Blue. First quarter, Attleboro's Jason Weir with the deep ball finds Ethan Cameron. Great catch. Blue Bombers threatening right away. A few plays later, handoff. Michael Strachan Jr. He finds an opening and plows over some defenders into the end zone. It's 7-0 Big Blue. Sebastian Moore finds the end zone on a long TD after later in the first half. Attleboro wins a close one. Not a ton of scoring in this one. 14-7.
All the boys in on that celebration. Bishop Fian traveling to Dartmouth to take on Stang. Shamrocks looking for their 4th win in an injury-plagued season. Scoreless second half. Spartan special teams make a play. Logan barely gets a hand on the ball. Berwick Griffin jumps on the fumble. Bishop Stang takes over. Fian defense stops the ensuing drive here. Derek McLean, the big hit on 4th down to break up a pass. That's a big boy hit. Shamrock's Nick Norco then breaks the deadlock on the next drive, takes the handoff from Brady Olson, makes a cut, shakes a few defenders, and dives in for the score. That was the only touchdown of the game. Seniors go out in style. Fian top Stang 7-0.
Dayton Rehoboth visiting Seekonk at Kaido Field. Third quarter, Warriors down 21-12. QB Jared Moran keeps it himself. The touchdown cuts the deficit to 3. It's 21-18. Ensuing drive, Falcons respond. 55-yard pitch and catch from Jim Marcel to Aiden Botello. It's 28-18 DR. Warriors with an answer to that. Moran goes up top to Nathan Clark. This makes it a one-score game, but Dayton Rehoboth pulls it out. 27-20 your final. This looks like a little mud bowl here.
Diamond and Greater New Bedford Vogue matching up. Bears looking to clinch their first winning season since 2015. Defense coming to play. Eduardo Fragata and a host of teammates combine for the takedown. Offense gets to work after the punt. Ethan Almeida on 3rd down scrambles. He's going to find Jared DePrado first down inside the red zone. Few plays later, Almeida hands it to Jaden Barros. He's in. Greater New Bedford Vogue rolls 52-0.
Dartmouth at Fairhaven. This one was all one-sided. Scoreless in the first. Indians QB Noah Ellis gets a few blockers, splits a pair of defenders, and scores from 13 yards out. It's 7-0 Dartmouth. Second quarter, it's 13-0 now, and the Indians add to it. Ellis to the air, finds his buddy Pat Crane. Dartmouth wins 41-0.
All right, Somerset Berkeley visiting Case. Pick it up second half. Berkeley in the driver's seat. Linebacker Joey Frank reads the quarterback's eyes and picks it off. A little Stephon Gilmore-esque inside the 10. And his team that would lead to a score to make it 53-14. The lone bright spot of the second half for the Cards, Matt Howard, direct snap, fakes the pitch. 35 yards for a big game, but the Raiders D prevails again. Somerset Berkeley all over Case, 53-14. Durfee looking to close the season with 3 wins in their final 4 games, hosting New Bedford. 101st meeting between the squads. Whalers with the lead in the second half. Hilltoppers trying to get the offense going, but O'Shawn Brooks not good with that plan. The pick ends the Durfee drive. Hilltoppers kept coming though. Isaiah Thomas hands to Jason Hall, the sophomore. The nice bounce out of trouble and finds his way into the end zone. Nice run by number 1. But Whalers, too much today. Ethan Medeiros hands to J.J. Carrion. That puts the game away. New Bedford finishes 8-3. They make it 2 in a row over Durfee, 25-6.
Credit to their coaching staff and their players. They came in and played hard, and it's just special when you can get out here and you get a chance and an opportunity to have one more game with these seniors and this team, and then to get a victory. It's extra special because then you get home and the turkey tastes a little better.
you know, I don't think a lot of people believed into this team coming into the year, but we believed in ourselves, and that's all that mattered.
Welcome back to the Thanksgiving Day Blitz. Besides the 20 games today in Rhode Island and Mass, there was plenty of action last night.
Yeah, 7 games around the Ocean State last night. Let's check out some of that action.
All right, Shane Tolman at Max Reed Field. The Battle of Pawtucket. First drive of the game. Jordan Cooper finds his go-to guy, Daniel Akinche. The catch, avoids the tackle, spins, jukes a guy, then finally he's brought down. A penalty called after the catch, but it's still moving the chains.
Yeah. You still got to show the highlight.
Part of a drive that ends with this. Cooper through the air to Akinche. What a grab, 6-0 Tigers. After a brief lightning delay, play resumes. Shea responds eventually. Who else but Jalen Smith? That ties things at 7. But Tolman regains the lead in the second quarter. Dante Grant powers into the end zone. Nicely done, but Shea responds. Trenton Curry runs it from inside the 1. That ties things at 14, and Shea wins 27-14.
Hope at Classical cheerleaders in the Thanksgiving spirit. First quarter, bad snap here for Hope. It's recovered by the purple. Leo Eberman comes up with it. Later in the first, it's Samuel Badu with the short run around the right side. He'll take it into the end zone. It's 7-0 purple. A little later, Badu plowing through some defenders, gets into the end zone for the second time. Classical rolls 35-0. Buzzer beater there.
Did we mention it was wet last night at Central, Mount Pleasant, and everywhere else in our region? First quarter, Mounties up 7-0. Frederick Malay, 80 yards, man. Ruth.
He's awesome.
You love Frederick Malay.
He's awesome.
Defense showing up big too. Quentin Nicholas taking down Malik Montero here on 4th down, and that's not easy because Montero is elusive. Mount Pleasant wins 36-0.
To Smithfield, St. Ray's taking on Moses Brown. First possession for the Saints. Henry Ross, a nice big 30-yard gain inside the Moses Brown red zone, but the drive would stall. Next Saints possession, back to Ross, but he's stripped, and Jack Anderson recovers, giving the Quakers good field position. Few plays later, they cash it. Joe McGann to Henry Miller for the touchdown, but it's not enough. St. Ray's wins 31-14.
Burrowville visiting Pontiac. Look at the rain coming down there. Two teams have been battling since 1986. Broncos up in the second half. Chieftains try to rally. Marcus Carpenter on the carry. That's been a good plan all season.
Yes, it has.
Marcus cruises into the end zone. Burrowville answers in the 4th. Wesley Kernoyer finds Ethan Lambert for the big gain. Sets up the offense inside the red zone. A few plays later, Kernoyer, the toss left to Nicholas Roy. He dives in for the score. Broncos make it 20 wins and 34 Thanksgiving meetings, 41-14.
Lincoln hosting Central Falls. Weather conditions a big factor again in this one. Lines up 21-6 late in the second quarter, and on the move again. Direct snap to Tyler Dusty. He picks up the first down in Falls territory. A few plays later, Randall Hine rolls right, but he's picked off by Alex Maya. Warriors then run the 2-minute drill, and 20 seconds left inside the 10. Luis Gonzalez finds Jackal Christian in the end zone. They go for 2 to cut it to 7, but a nice play here by Alan Sitaro. Lincoln wins 35-12.
Down to Gansett. Mariners hosting Exeter West Greenwich Prout Co-op. Mariners won the first matchup between the schools last year. Home team aggressive early. They go for it on 4th down, but Thomas Vranker not having it. The big takedown of Atticus Coco Duncan. Scarlet Knights ensuing drive. Christopher Cardinalino up top. Zaire Davis for the score. Nicely done. EWG Prout goes up 6-0. Mariners rally. Eddie Blessing to Duncan. The big man powers in the end zone. Narragansett tops EWG Prout 41-18 is your final. So 20 highlights today, 7 last night. That's 27. That's a lot.
That's a lot of games for a small
I think you've
state.
earned your Thanksgiving turkey, mashed potatoes. What's your favorite side?
Put me on the spot. I'm going to say stuffing and mashed potatoes.
2? I'm going to say stuffing,
I like mac
too.
And cheese.
Mac and cheese,
like
that
mac
sounds
and cheese
great.
with every meal.
If you missed any of the highlights from today, go to WPRI.com. That's where they'll be. We want to thank you for watching the Blitz all season long. We have a lot of fun doing it.
We have so much fun doing this show, and it means so much that you guys tune in every week.
We have to thank Maury, JP Smollins, all the photogs that helped us shoot today, Johnny Malella, Courtney Albanese, Andy Puskowski, Wyatt Fisher. As we do every Blitz, we send you out with our Band of the Week. So what do we have, a combination? What is it?
A combo. Woonsocket and Cumberland playing today. They played Hey Baby, then they did a little drum battle. We're going to show you a little bit of it here. Thanks again, everyone.
Enjoy. Have a good night.